Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Here we go, set.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Out to his left. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Got his, and he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The Buccaneers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And
he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He's taken down at the 8-yard line. And cycle.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run with Gibson.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They snap it to Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So give him the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Antonio Gibson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it. And then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 7-7, our score after 1. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Once more, Gibson.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
So if we've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Give him 2 on the play there. And the Chargers are going to have a first down. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He gets this out to Spiller.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn, it's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Gibson is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Tua. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken at the 18. Counting down toward halftime on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gibson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete here to Waller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel But they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, and he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
In motion right comes Allen. Steps away to his left.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. On fourth down, Herbert. And Allen's got it.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
To the air again, Herbert. That's going to be caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
A give to Gibson running right.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Buccaneers, 14.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Buying time to his left. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Darren Waller, 36 yards.
And the Bucs have cut it back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs' 15-yard line. 65 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Finds Spiller on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember that.
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Airing this one out for Evans. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 70 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Running out of the gun with White. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Rashad White taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Gibson again.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
One more time with Gibson.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
They'll try to run it with Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They snap it to Herbert. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Blue, black, red, yellow.
2 to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Herbert off of play action. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
He'll buy some time right. He's got a man. Complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again, Herbert.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Slot man moves right. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Steps away. Evans has it left side. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
One final try for Tagovailoa. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking